Over the last few weeks, the country has been awash with disturbing news of how hundreds of parents from Uasin Gishu County were duped by the county government to part with millions of shillings to secure a place for their children to go for further studies to Finland and Canada. What started as a promise that could have changed the lives of children from the area has turned out to be a nightmare to hundreds of parents who had to sell their belongings. And 2 years later, their children are yet to join the prestigious institutions. Citizen TV has traced the genesis of the program, which has so far seen 278 students fly out to the two countries to further their education, while hundreds of others back home demand for justice. This story was produced by our very own Joroge Gatete.
For weeks now, this has been the situation in Uasin Gishu County.
These have been stories.
Heated town hall discussions, protests in the streets. Over 150 parents who paid millions between 2021 and 2022 to have their children study abroad through an airlift program organized by Uasin Gishu County government complain of being duped. Their frustrations directed to the former regime led by Uasin Gishu Senator Jackson Mandago.
Mimi kama mzazi sitaki hiyo Finland, sitaki kichochote. Warifund pesa.
To understand the genesis of the airlift program, which has put residents of Uasin Gishu County at loggerheads with the county leadership, we traced the man behind the initiative.
Been in Finland for more than 10 years now.
Cornelius Kiplagat, the CEO of Max Global and a Kenyan residing in Finland, was the brain behind the whole plan, which started back in 2018.
The first county to come on board was Elgeyo-Marakwet County, who then was governor was His Excellency Alex Tolgos. And we invited him. He came to Finland, he met with the institutions here, and the first cohort from Elgeyo-Marakwet came in the year 2020.
Kiplagat says part of the requirement was the county governments to sign a partnership under the government-to-government program.
The arrangement of fees was likely to the county. How the county was consolidating their funds through county government coffers or through donors was up to them.
Mtoto wangu alienda Finland 2021. Anafanya diploma practical nursing kule TAC.
From Elgeyo-Marakwet County, 105 students have so far traveled to Finland for studies since 2020. Another group of 136 students from Uasin Gishu County also joined different universities. Kiplagat says the partnership between universities in Finland and Uasin Gishu County, where he was involved, was suspended in mid-2021. The county government, however, continued with the program, this time round working with Edu Excellence. This advertisement by the county government in October 2021 inviting interested applicants to apply for different courses in Hungary and Finland. Those interested were asked to submit their application to the office of the then Chief Officer Youth Affairs, Joseph Maritime, by October 29, 2021. Successful applicants were called to do interviews on January 3, 2022. From here, the push to have the parents pay the money as fast as possible began. The students were later enrolled for a pathway course for 4 months, after which they were expected to get their visas to travel to Finland in November. But since then, they have never traveled.
Niko na barua hapa. Alifanya pathway April last year. Paka sahi, you are still telling me ongeza pesa, mtoto aende, ongeza pesa paka lini ndio mtoto apande ndege aende.
Meanwhile, unusual activities began at the Uasin Gishu Overseas Education Trust Scholarship Bank account, where parents and students deposited money to pay for university. This bank statement indicates how 3 county officials, Meshach Rono, Joseph Maritime and Joshua Lele, who were the signatories, were withdrawing money between January and September 2022. With unending promises, the parents who had sold their property started demanding for a refund. Their cry came months after hundreds of students from the county studying in Finland raised an alarm that they were facing deportation after the county failed to remit tuition fees for their second semester as per the scholarship agreement. A matter that is now a subject of investigation by the EACC and DCI. Citizen TV has established from multiple sources close to the probe that the trust fund account was opened in May 2021 and by December 2022, parents had deposited over 957 million shillings. A total of 257 million shillings were debited from the account to beneficiaries said to be agents for onward transmission to universities in Finland and Canada. Over 57 million shillings was also withdrawn locally by Meshach Rono, Joshua Lilei, Joel Ruto and Joseph Maritime, all who were county officials in charge of the program. Sources say Maritime has since left the country using a student visa and he is currently residing in Canada. Investigations have also revealed that the county government used funds collected from parents whose children had not yet travelled to pay fees for children of other parents who had not paid or were favoured due to their close links to senior county officials. EACC, through its spokesperson Eric Ngumbi, says investigations are now at the tail end and that the file will be forwarded to the DPP for approval in the next 3 weeks.